Hello and welcome to another update video on XRP. So we are here on the daily time frame, and I know, some of these charts have gone down lower on Binance, but for example, Coinbase or Bitstamp or some other exchanges with high liquidity show XRP's low in the $1.50, $1.60 area. I think on Binance it dropped a bit further, but it wouldn't even change the structure. It would not be invalidation of our wave 4 scenario here. Yeah, even on the Binance chart. But I don't know what happened on Binance. It doesn't make any sense, really. You see it broke even, or wait, it moved down all the way to 79 cents. And I don't even know if that's really the price or if there's a glitch or something, but it recovered like 200%. That's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not sure why this is. Let me know why you think this is on Binance on all the coins. Do you see that? Much more volatility, much lower lows. Whereas on other exchanges like Coinbase, but also Bitstamp that I'm using for my XRP chart because it has all the history, you don't see those crazy prices. Like Link is the same thing, right? Link on Binance, $8. I don't know who's using those charts. I try to avoid Binance charts whenever I can. I don't know. I don't trust them. I've never trusted them. So mainly you find that I use very often either the Tradingview index charts or the Coinbase, sometimes Bitstamp because it has most history, which is best for Elliott wave. But yeah, I mean sometimes I use Binance on the BNB coin, right? BNB, funny enough, doesn't really show much damage. It's crazy. It's like anyway, we're here to talk about XRP. So on the XRP chart, obviously I talked about it yesterday already. This is still a range, guys, and we are still holding our $1.21 support level. I know maybe not on Binance, but even there, it's not a meaningful break. It's not a decisive break. It's not that it broke support and held there. No, it moved back already. Like as you saw on Binance, doesn't make any sense. 200% up. Here, if I look at Bitstamp and Coinbase will be the same. We talk about something more realistic, 55%. Now, what is this? Are we already in the next move up? Is anything, has anything changed? Nothing has really changed, but it's unclear at the moment if we have a meaningful low. I have to say to you guys, there was even before no sign we had a low, right? So for those of you who've been following us, there was no way I could ever confirm here in this entire range that we had in September or August a meaningful low. There was no 5-wave move up. There was no break above our signal line at 340. So there was no meaningful structure in place to suggest we could rally from there to highs. I always said to you, we need to see the 5-wave move first before we can confirm in any way a low. And also that these triple bottom structures are usually not reliable, let's say, bottoming structures. And we just did not see the 5 waves we needed to see to confirm any sort of meaningful local low, at least. And so the price, obviously, I mean, I'm not saying this was baked in. To a degree, it was. I mean, that wave 4 scenario wasn't a chart, but as an alternative, of course, yeah. It's just that the market like moved through 2 scenarios like within an hour. Okay. Now something that normally you see coming, something that happens over weeks, just happened within an hour. I mean, maybe that was the drop to finally get it moving, because this was a big mess and the market just couldn't rally. Yeah. I mean, we saw that all the rallies were 3 waves. But what I want to say is not that I predicted a crash, but there was no sign of a low. Okay, there was no sign of a meaningful short-term long trade setup, and even if there was an invalidation point at 265. Now, granted, if you traded that and you had your stop on an exchange and it like collapsed completely, then the stop might not have been triggered. But I think it would have been because up here the damage wasn't that great up there. It became really significant and the volume really increased here in this entire move down. But anyway, what I want to say is for the last few months, we haven't had any meaningful, let's say, impulse to the upside from up there. So the market was, by definition, fragile. So we just dipped into or towards our larger time frame bullish or bull market support area between 121 and 155. Still holding. So what do we now need to see, let's say, to get out of this mess, right? Because at the moment we are far away from that signal line at 340 I wanted to see broken to finally get a break out from the range. In addition to that, we haven't really seen much structure from the low. Obviously, I mean, how do you want to do micro counting here? It just doesn't work. So what we can do is to identify the location where the selling volume started. And for that, we activate volume. And we want to see the market break exactly above that candle. And it's a bit tricky to see, okay, where did it actually start? I mean, for sure, it was this one here. It already started to increase before, but I think really the volume started, yeah, probably here, but that's also where we had this spike. So that's where I want to get it above. And that's around 280. 280, 285. We need to get back above that level to get some confirmation that a meaningful low has really formed. I know it sounds crazy, but this is where the volume kicked in. So unless we get it back above that level, there's this kind of, situation that we're not out of the woods yet. So I'll keep an eye on that. Overall, I'll keep tracking for possible structures that we can look at, things that give us clues that lows are in. But today and tomorrow, I think it's more about doing damage reports and seeing what actually broke and is destroyed, and how much the damage, how high is the damage. So I keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in additional updates, make sure to also follow us on X for additional charts, updates, news. If you're interested in like metrics like Bitcoin dominance and other support indicators, bull market indicators, and so on for different coins, make sure you follow us here. There is content there that we don't share on YouTube. So I'll put the link for you guys in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.